You will lose all your hair day trading Bitcoin. Tell me about it, bro. If you didn't see the segment from Lana Del Rey fans, I'm very bald and ugly. Shout out to Lana Del Taco and all of her very lovely, kind fans. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the free engagement. I'm glad that I'm living rent-free in your head. Every time you think of Lana Del Rey, you gotta think of this ugly mug now. How about that? So let's get into the charts here. Real quick shout out to Prime XBT. They're the sponsors, my partners for these videos. If you guys want to support me, you've already been doing a great job. Keep it up. Use that link in the description to make an account. Enter code MAIN50, then deposit some money on there and start trading with it. If you want to support me, use Prime XBT. Link in the description of the video. Code MAIN50. Put some money on there. That's also how you join my Discord, is you got to sign up with that link. Shout out to Prime. Let's get into the video here. Who the fuck is DMing me? So we'll start with Bitcoin. As you guys know, the heater of heaters. The only thing that I've gotten wrong basically was I took a long here, like right around here, because I was hoping, right? I longed right before this move up that ended up closing as an SFP. I was hoping that we would maybe run up into here, run this high here before taking these lows. That was something that I was hoping to have happen. I'm like, man, these lows are pretty obvious. Like maybe we get some sort of fake out to the upside and then we dump. That was kind of the plan, but no, we just nuked right through these lows here. But what we did talk about in last video, so I took a loss is what I'm saying. I took a loss. I am not infallible. I do get things wrong, and it's all good, man. You lose a little bit of money, you're on to the next one, and we already made that money back and more on the next trade. But we talked about this in the last video. In the last stream that I did, I said, okay, we did it on the monthly close for August, right? 7 days ago. Said the monthly candles closed, it took out last month's high, and it retraced most of the move. So to me, the most obvious next target for price was the monthly low, right? We took out the high. We're now very close to this monthly liquidity. So that was kind of the next area I was looking for price to trade to. And what I got wrong, right, is I said, obviously, look, we're just in this big monthly range, traded to the top, rejected, mid-range rejection. What did I say? We're probably going to trade to the low. And look what happened. Boom, traded to the low, reclaimed, and then we got a little bit of a push up. I'll show you the setup on the low time frame that actually used to get long when we get in there. This was kind of the plan, right? I said, once we took out this high, this becomes the next obvious target because the monthly candle, we closed here. So this was the next draw. What I got wrong is I was hoping for something like this, but we ended up just breaking down anyways. Regardless, we took out a very key high time frame level, and look, we got a little bit of reaction. Now, just looking at the chart as is right now, we have June's low here. That seems like a level that gets run, in my opinion. The question is, how high do we bounce first? Because what I think happened is we have a ton of people here who have been conditioned into shorting here. We came all the way to the range low, ran this key monthly low. Now I think a really nice kind of way to fuck some people over would be to have a bear market rally occur here. I don't know how high that line is arbitrary. Maybe it's just above here, right? And then down. Or maybe, we really squeeze and we squeeze up above here. And everyone who's just been shorting for the last month straight gets squeezed. And then we have the next leg down. Ultimately, I do believe that we run June's low here. But I am long biased from my long for a move at least back into this floor. We're going to play it level to level, right? Because the high time frame still very much in a downtrend. So we're still bearish, right? However, I have reason to be, potentially short-term bullish, but because we're counter trend, because I'm high time frame bearish, high time frame trend is down, any sort of longs I take, I'm going to be very nimble and I'm going to be very quick to take profits, because as you can see, we have this huge multi-week grind to the upside, and it gets erased in half that time, right? Momentum is with the bears still, in my opinion. So any of these pumps up can get smacked down very quickly. So what I'm going to be looking for is obvious areas of rejection. So just looking here, the most obvious area of rejection would be this first bearish retest here, okay? The next one would be this bearish retest. Notice neither consolidation here gave that bearish retest that you wanted, right? So we broke down, very weak bounce, just broke down again, did not come up. Everyone wanted to short here, right? Everyone wanted to move up to here in the short. Same thing here, right? Consolidation doesn't even get up to the bearish retest, breaks down. Each bounce on the way down here has been very shallow. So what I would love to see, and this would be my premium bullish setup, is some sort of reversion into this range low, range high, let's call mid-range around here. Some sort of move up to maybe just around the mid-range before the next move down. This would be the most bullish scenario I think could play out here, because I do think we do make a new low below here, or at the very least come pretty damn close to fucking doing it, right? But that would be the most bullish scenario. The most bearish scenario, obviously, would be just rejection from here. Either get the bearish retest or come just short of it and then just reject. So that's going to be the two situations that I'm watching, kind of high time frame to play out. Are we going to be able to make it to, pass here? Then we target here. But either way, I'm looking to short wherever this bounce goes to, because I do believe we're still in a downtrend, and I do think we eventually take out this low. We could arguably retrace a large part of this move, right? Like we could have a huge retrace here, back up into like here. Anything is possible. I don't know yet, but I do think that I want to be long biased on the low time frame for at least a little bit longer. So I'm going to show you the setup that I actually took here. So we have July's low. We have our 12-hour range. This is your 12-hour price leg, right? Or your range that I'm remember my discussion around ranges, right? In a downtrend, it's just move into the range, boom, break out, right? So we're retracing bearishly into this price leg. The next range from here to here, bearishly retracing into this price leg. That's what I'm talking about here. This is that 12-hour price leg right here that just occurred. So this is just a retracement into that 12-hour range. The question is, how high does it go? Does it go near the top? Do we SFP the top? Do we make a higher high and get some sort of medium time frame trend reversal? I don't know. But right now, I'm just marking out July's low, range high, range low, and then this is your mid-range. That's where price is being capped right now. So if you pull a fib from here to here, this is the mid-range. So that's where price is being capped right now. Zooming in, this is the hourly. So this is that 12-hour range up here. Here's the mid-range where we're rejecting. The setup was very simple. It was a breaker at last month's low. Up candle before a down move that takes out a key low. Last month's low was over here. The July's low, excuse me. Boom. And then we trade back up through it. And then the retest is your entry, right? There's that run of the low. That's exactly what this is, right? Here's that up candle before the down move. It took out this low, right? That's relevant. But what's more relevant is it took out this, which is July's low from way over there. So anyone who sold below here, they're all trapped down there. This is the exact setup I took. I posted on Twitter or on Discord. I said, hey, this is the setup I'm looking at. Took out last month's low, longed a little, wanted to see us break the breaker. So that like flip the breaker. That's what I was looking for. This is on equities, but the same setup played out on Bitcoin. Exact same thing. Breaker. This is what actually happened. This is before happened. And then this is obviously the after. Broke out, retest. Equities did the same thing. Broke out, retest, and they both went. This was my entry right here. We also had 12-hour SFP here. So that's just another piece of confluence with all that other stuff I drew in, right? So 12-hour swing failure pattern, breaker, took out July's low. That was the setup. Target 1, mid-range, right? Target 2 would be this previous price floor, 19,600. Maybe we just came shy of there. I don't know. So what I'm looking for from here is one of two situations. We either pull back and retest kind of the breakout here, this hourly order block. We get some sort of setup here. And then I do personally think we go up to at least here, right? Like at least this previous price floor, 19.6 up to about 20K. I think this previous price floor, this previous consolidation would be a good area to potentially TP some. And then I'd want to see what we do up here. If we come up here and do a big SFP or a big rejection at the high, that probably was the top of the move and we're going to trade back down. But if we come up here, right, and then we put in a higher low, okay, maybe I want to stick with my longs and we can play to another leg higher. But since the trend is down, I want to take profits at obvious places on the way up, just in case, right? This could staircase up here, right? And then we could get one candle that wipes out like 3 days of PA, just like here, right? All of this consolidation, people thought maybe we were going to go up. I thought maybe we were going to go up. Boom, one candle, it's over. So these are the two scenarios I think if you're not long from down here with me, you can do to get in. Either wait for some sort of pullback here and some sort of setup to form, or wait for us to flip the mid-range here. So you have this deviation here. So if we're able to get back up above here, that would be the continuation play. And if we just chat up from here without pulling back too deep, I think you target the range high on this setup. On this setup, I think you target 1, then target maybe 2, target 3, something like that. So that would be how I would get involved if I wasn't already. I'm already long from like 18,795 or something. I posted it on Twitter and on Discord. I'm just going to let it ride. Because we could come back down close to my entry. So maybe I'll round trip this unrealized P&L that I have right now. I don't really care. I'm long close enough to the low that I'm going to just let this ride. My stop is at break even. I'm going to just let this ride and see where it goes. But if you're not long, those are the two setups I'd be looking for, right? Some sort of pullback play or reclaim the mid-range. The mid-range here is about 19,366. This is Bitfinex. So those would be the two scenarios I'm watching for Bitcoin to get in on longs. High time frame, I'm still bearish. I think the most bullish scenario is this, right? Like something like this, like just this is the bottoming range, and maybe we get a fake out to the downside or a fake out to the upside, but for the most part this is just a big range and we can trade it from one side to the other, right? Back and forth, and really rinse the market for some money as price accumulates, right? That would be ideal. Or this is super bearish and whatever this pump goes to, let's say it goes up to here, then it makes a new low. I don't know. Yet to be seen. I'm not trying to predict the future. I'm trying to predict the next move where I can make money from, one level trading to another level. That's all I really care about. How far price moves doesn't really matter. Whether it goes up or down doesn't really matter. All that matters is, am I able to find a trade that's going to give me a, asymmetric reward to risk that I want to take, right? So if I can snatch a 2R trade from here to here, like, you long here, stop here, target here, that's 2R. You don't make any more money than the person who gets the 2R trade from here to here, but their stop is like way down here. Like if this trade is 2R and the other trade was 2R, the money's the same. Because if you're risking a fixed percentage, if you're risking $1,000 on the trade, doesn't matter where price went, up or down, how far each were. If you're right, you make $2,000. If you're wrong, you lose $1,000. So I like this kind of trading environment, as I'm sure you guys can tell. I've been pretty accurate at it, right? So hopefully that makes sense, kind of what my thoughts are. But this is the range we're trading in. I'm hoping we get a move towards the top of the range, and then we'll see what happens there. Good times. Okay, so Ethereum. Similar idea here, right? Traded up into the range. Ethereum's got more room to fall than Bitcoin. Like, I still think we're in this market maker sell-off type of situation here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end result where we eventually trade below this consolidation. Question is short term, like, are we going to bounce all the way back up to here and then down? Ultimately, I do think we make new lows on Ethereum. But looking at this 12-hour chart, we've retraced into this range here, had a big sell-off, ran this low, put in a 12-hour SFP, and then trade it up. So short term, similar to Bitcoin here, zooming in, this is our 12-hour range. Here's that low that we ran. There's your low that was run, retest. On a lower time frame, there's absolutely a breaker set up here. Look at that. On the 30-minute, up candle before your down move that ran that low from over there, ran the low, reclaim, boom, there's your breaker setup right there. Didn't show up on the hourly, but I knew it was there because we ran that low and reclaimed. There's going to be a breaker involved in there somewhere. There's also like just your classic uptrend that forms on the low time frame, right? So we ran the low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, SFP into a bullish order block, or the breaker setup, right? Which is just this consolidation here effectively that caused the breakdown. Once you reclaim that, that's your long, your risk is down here. But we're within this 12-hour range. Similar to Bitcoin, I think that there's two kind of plausible scenarios here. Ultimately, I do think Ethereum trades through this high. That's my bias for my long setup, is that this is where it ends. I think it depends on what we see tomorrow. It depends how Bitcoin behaves, but the continuation play, in my opinion, is reclaiming this, right? So we have a bunch of SFPs at the high here. So if we're able to reclaim this area, I think this would be your long setup. A breakout, bullish market structure, higher low, whatever the bullish setup is. Maybe there's a order block, a low time frame, bullish SFP, but it happens above this high. That's the key. Or the second setup is we pull back into this area. So 1580 down to about 1560, and we put in a bullish setup here that then ultimately target 1, target 2. And I think both of these setups, similar to Bitcoin, you can target 1750, let's say on Ethereum. Bitcoin, we're targeting around 20,300, let's say. So those would be the two setups I'm looking for on each of these pairs. Both are longs. I'm not personally shorting right now. I think based on what Bitcoin just did, merge coming up next week, I'm hoping we get one more leg to the upside, and then I will look to short. So I'd mapped out both. Bitcoin, right? Either down here or just a breakout play above here would be the two setups. Ethereum, same thing. Breakout play is above this level. Pullback play is down around here. This is almost kind of your breaker type-ish. I bet you there's a order block on like the 12-hour or something here. Right here. There's your 12-hour order block. Lines up pretty well with this previous consolidation hourly order block. So this would be the pullback scenario for Ethereum down to around this area. So again, breakout plays up here, pullback plays down here. But both result in me looking for reasons to get long. I want one more leg. I want Ethereum to trade back over 1720 at least. Then I'll look for reasons to short back above this high. And ideally, I'd like Bitcoin to potentially trade above this high here. And then I'd look for reasons to short. Or maybe it's above these highs. But either way, I'm looking for one more leg to the upside. I just enjoyed a delicious taco while listening to my favorite female artist, Lana Del Rey. Love Lana Del Rey so much. She's so good. She's amazing. I'm a diehard fan. I'm always going to listen to her at night while I eat tacos and go on the internet and get body shamed by 12-year-olds. Oh my God. Interesting last 36 hours. Left a seemingly innocuous comment under some random fucking page. I don't even know why it was on my feed. It blew up, and here we are 36 hours later. I'm receiving death threats. I'm being body shamed. I'm being attacked in ways I didn't even know were possible. I've been called all sorts of names. My appearance has been made fun of. My wealth and value as a man has been questioned. My ability to sleep with women, all by Lana Del Rey's Rabid stans. Man, they are vicious. Holy shit. It's definitely hilarious, but my God, the DMs I've been getting, the comments I've been receiving are nuts. Just because there's a picture of Lana Del Rey, I couldn't even have told you what she looked like until I saw the picture. And I don't know if she was skinny before or what, but she's looking a little bit bigger. And I just said Lana Del Taco. That's it. It was a joke. I didn't even expect anyone to notice it. Now they're fighting with me. They're fighting with you guys. So we found the part of Twitter that's more unhinged than us on crypto Twitter. It appears to be Stan Twitter. That was interesting, man. They were mass reporting my account, trying to get me banned. The best part is they're like, you're body shaming. How dare you body shame? And then they just proceeded to body shame the fuck out of me. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, so it's not okay for me to do it to some celebrity who is never gonna see this message anyways, and I didn't even mean it in a mean way. I was just being funny. It's a joke. The Lana fans, man, they're like, you're a nobody. Like, who are you even? I was like, bitch, I'm verified and I have 300,000 followers. Who are you? And they're like comparing me, not to themselves, but they're like, you don't have as much money as this fucking Grammy winning actress or singer. It's like, yeah, I'm probably not, and that's okay. But I got more money than you. Anyways, they got that summertime sadness. Thought I would just jam out, let everyone know I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of Lana Del Rey and I'm a fan of tacos. People assume that that comment was negative. How do they know that? Maybe I meant she's looking like Lana Del Taco because she's looking like a snack. You know? But yeah, the internet is funny, man. So hopefully y'all got some laughs out of that. I know I did. The battle rages on.